What's up, gamers? This is That PlayStation Gamer coming to you guys with a brand new video. Wow, the Game Awards this year were much better. I recall last year I wasn't exactly a big fan of the Game Awards. Not because of who won awards, that's whatever at this point. No one really seems to care. Yeah, people care about it. It's a bragging fucking, tool. And I like to say, I wish I got most of my predictions right, but some I didn't, some I did. But the big one, Game of the Year, went to Elden Ring. Congratulations to the developers at Elden Ring. I think they deserved it. If there's any game that should beat out God of War Ragnarok, which, for the record, just straight up swept the awards this year, it should have been Elden Ring. I kind of knew it was gonna win when it won Best game direction, which is normally a sign okay, this is either gonna be the game that comes close second or it's gonna win Game of the Year. Normally Best narrative and Best game direction are kind of dead giveaways. So yeah, honestly, for the most part, this was a damn good show. I do think there was some stuff in the middle that was ugh, could have done without. There was still a lot of indie games, but man, oh man. When there was games to announce, man, there were games to announce. I still have some false hope for a Turok game. I'll always have hope for a Turok game, even though it's probably never going to happen at this point. So, Focus Entertainment and Sony came this year. If we didn't get a showcase because of the Game Awards, because they already planned in advance to show this stuff at the Game Awards, I'm fine. So, first off, we got to see The Last of Us Part 1. Ha ha ha. You guys know me. I got to cover The Last of Us first. It's actually coming relatively soon to PC. I'm going to try to get a good enough PC at that point, by that point to actually be able to play it and then install all the goofy mods I want. Also, they announced Returnal will be coming to PC. No shock there. But what's so funny is Returnal didn't have a release date, but The Last of Us did. But I guess, the Returnal trailer was more of an announcement, and The Last of Us Part 1 was more of, hey, show the actual date, and, yeah. I think that's really just what all those two trailers added up to. But, man! Who called Kojima being there? Well, I did, because I remember he actually promised he didn't promise, but he said he'd be there, and Jeff said that too. And we got to see Death Stranding 2, and oh boy, I kind of got off my seat for this one, okay? If I'm being honest, 100% transparent here, I actually like the first Death Stranding game. Not as one of the best games of all time or a high connoisseur, but a game you can just relax and, just kind of, lose your mind to. That's the kind of game Death Stranding 1 was, and now Death Stranding 2 definitely feels like it's going for more of those, I guess you would say, bit of horror-ish vibes. I generally thought, wow, this actually kind of looks more horror-based, and I'm kind of excited about that. Sony also announced they'd be doing a couple more partnerships. Also, Stray, by the way, swept the awards yet again. Best debut game went to Stray, and best indie game went to Stray. I don't even think Kena won best indie game when it came out. I think it won best debut game, but didn't win best indie game overall. There was also a couple other announcements, like the Suicide Squad game. They announced that Batman will obviously be in the game, and it will be the last time we hear Kevin Conroy's Batman. So, TPG's more likely going to buy that. There was a couple other games they announced that were damn, these look pretty damn good. And, I'm sorry I don't have, footage where I don't remember them, specifically, but I know the games when I see them. And it's damn, some of this shit just looks really good. I feel like now we're really at the point where this generation feels like it's going to start taking off. And it's so ironic because, we're just now getting to the point where maybe you can start finding PlayStations out there in the wild, maybe some Series X's. And now, now suddenly the game industry is oh yeah, now we have to have games. And like I said, Focus Entertainment, these guys were everywhere on this freaking show. Not just Plague's Tale, but they had other games they announced. Some of them were pretty good looking, some of them were pretty looking. There was one game, I can't remember the title of it, but one of the character models looked exactly like Alicia from freaking Plague's Tale, but older. I was like, Plague Tale 3? Then it's no, it's not Plague Tale 3. Ah, damn. But yeah, overall, I think this was a much better show. I think this was definitely one of the better shows Jeff has put on. I definitely think that he needs to trim the fat just a little bit more. Just 3 hours is too fucking long to sit down for most of this shit. And of course they trick us with the pre-show. Oh, here's the pre-show. It's like basically got nothing for the pre-show. But yeah, for the most part, I agree with most of the choices for the awards. Although I did think best accessibility options should have gone to The Last of Us Part 1. Because like, God of War Ragnarok won that one. And that's like the one I was like really suspicious of. Like, why the fuck is God of War like sweeping all the awards? Like, Elden Ring maybe won like 3 awards. I'll say won the big one and Best Game Direction and Best Art Direction. But they're like, God of War would win every other award that was say. And like, even games I thought like, really? Best Action Adventure? Okay. I thought that should work on Horizon to cut, throw Horizon a bone. Those poor Horizon developers showed up there probably thinking, we're probably not going to win shit. In fact, we know we're not going to win shit, but can we at least pretend we existed in the same space as God of War? Also, I forgot to mention this, they actually showed Horizon Call of the Wild and Horizon Burning Lands DLC, which will be for Forbidden West. So, yeah, again, overall, I'm happy with this. This was like, if this was supposed to be like kind of the substitute for not having a showcase event, I'm perfectly fine with. I'm talking mostly from strictly the PlayStation aspect of things because, I'm a PlayStation-centered channel. And I do think that Sony walked away looking like the stronger company here because at least they showed a lot of stuff. They showed stuff that they were working for the future, stuff that down the road, stuff that they were talking about stuff like the Last of Us TV show. They don't talk about it a lot, but they mentioned like, hey, the Last of Us TV show coming January 15th. And it's like, Sony has so much in the freaking pipeline right now. I'm like, these little bursts of news, these little bursts of trailers and stuff. That's the kind of stuff I get excited for. This is why I get excited around the Game Award times. Just because this is when we can start seeing the stuff we can expect to see, and be excited for years coming down the pipeline. But what do you guys think of the Game Awards? Did you think they were good? Did you think they were bad? Or did you think they were somewhere in the middle? Until next time, guys, this is That PlayStation Gamer signing out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube algorithm BS. Peace out, and have a good day.